All right, well, peace, peace, peace. We first and foremost, hopefully the Most High your house shot is blessing your day. By His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High your house shot's body. Into a natural lot man. Yeah, man, we're back, man. So I'll praise Him Most High your house shot, man, because something happened with the channel here, man. But I was talking about this one with one of my brothers, man. That's what's kind of going to happen. I kind of had to. We're gonna have to mentally prepare that for ourselves for that, man, because especially because it was from the Khalid Muhammad uh reel that was put up, and pretty much saying like calling like our people cool and stuff like that. And I was pretty much what the caption was put is that like Romans 9:6, all Israel is in Israel. So that's is what it is. But they found that they didn't like that, so they had took the channel down for a little bit, man. But there's gonna come a point in time, man, especially when the gospel, more of the gospel and how Shah's preached, man, where it's gonna be the famine of the word, as it says, like in Amos and other places, man. But yeah, man, I just kinda wanna get into this, man, because because I was watching, shout out to brother sent me the first one, because I was watching one of his older videos, man, or older classes, and he kind of mentioned that, man, because that's why is like our people were akin to a woman, man, because and last night, even in the few classes, he's talking about like how signs and wonders are for unbelievers, man. But you know what? Because let's get just Jeremiah 6:2 real quick. Let's get Jeremiah 6:2 real quick. Jeremiah 6:2. I have likened the door of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Yes, exactly, man. So just like some like most of these quote unquote as we call them gold diggers, like they see a man like with luxurious things, a luxurious lifestyle, with the fancy car, nice clothes, and a lot of money. They make themselves wanted, like Tupac said in Resurrection in the movie. He said that's what makes really a bitch, when you make yourself like something, when you're really not attracted to that person or that person at all, that man at all, or entity. This kind of goes for both, honestly, both ways. But we kind of, during my lifetime, I've seen this more so with women, but not saying it doesn't happen on both sides. But you're not really attracted, like to that man. But of course, the the accessories that he has, the amount of like the just the because in this natural, like women are attracted to power. Honestly, that's just is what it is. Oh man, even how like once you see got power or things of that nature, they're attracted to that. But just like really honestly on the spiritual side, we're attracted to the Most High house shot and the power that they have, honestly. So but anyway, and that those women, they just like power, honestly. And we seen this even happen with the ancient world. We see this with David and Bathsheba. So the concept of a groupie is nothing new under the sun. But that aspect of that, and I say that as an aspect of women being attracted to power, but women liking a man for like what he has and things of that nature. But but it's no different, honestly, because as far as signs and wonders, man, because a lot of times, like that's how, like let's get this in John chapter 4 verse 48, man. That's why the beast, the son of perdition, man, like he's gonna do signs and wonders, man, because that's why the Most High house likens us to a woman, man, because a lot of times, like this people, because a lot of people like this in general, we have to see it to like to believe, or the signs, and like because that's how a lot of people step to Most High house shot. Okay, like the signs and more. Okay, why are we not doing miracles? Why this and that? It takes all this fantastical stuff, the oohs and ahs, for you to be to want to want to follow him, honestly. Just like it's like that gold digging a gold digging woman thing, women that are gold diggers, things of that nature, or like that covetous, honestly. Like they get with that. They really don't like the man for real, but it's like that but it's what he possesses and what he has, like and that's what Tupac said, man, like in that resurrection, that's what bitch, you make yourself want to like that person or not. But honestly too, like it's not all women that do that too, because there's a lot of women that they just like shoot. There's actually a lot of women out here that it's either one thing is a woman like that that's really a good like upstanding woman like that. They don't really care about that stuff at all. And also too, it's like this woman, a woman like that, they really don't like him like that, whether he has money or not, honestly. Because it's like one of my coworkers, right? He knows somebody that like I guess one of a friend of his, like she talks like to Kevin Durant here and there, KD sometimes, and but what he was pretty much saying, man, is that, man, listen, he tells me like, man, she don't really like it don't matter what his status is, but she just don't really rock with him like that. She just don't like him at all. Like it's like and this is Kevin Durant, honestly, one of the greatest basketball players ever walked the earth, and of course he made a lot of money throughout his career, honestly. But she says still, it's like he like try to hits her up sometimes, and like she still don't like want to be bothered with him like that, or she might here and there, but so it's certain things like that. It's not all situations like that, but you just have to say that it's no different, honestly, from like a woman that's like a gold digger than that's somebody that that are people that are just somebody in general with the most high house shot want to sign the wonder to believe, because you want oohs and ahs, like the histrionic, the fantastical stuff to wow you, like it just can't be the simplicity, honestly, man, because this is what it is. That's why I was actually just watching a reel of even though that those two sisters were lying, honestly, because he was saying like one of the brothers that was asking him, listen, would you rather get with a average man that's just 9 to 5, or a dude that's or NBA player? And but they said the average dude, but I could tell by they was lying, honestly. Then I didn't watch all of it, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's get to John chapter 4 and verse 48. John chapter 4 verse 48. It says, Then said Yahushua unto him, except ye see signs and wonders, ye will not believe. Exactly, man. That's why, honestly, the beast go in Revelation chapter 13 real quick, man. Revelation 13 verse 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Exactly, man. So that's what the beast, like, some prediction is going to do, honestly, man. That's why we have to believe on the Most High Yahushua, as the scripture says, man, because honestly, yeah, man, and how's that through the gospel and witness and testimony, man? Honestly, new covenant, man. So like we already know that Yahushua came and fulfilled the book, honestly. So we don't be deceived, because the son of perdition, man, like it says, man, it's gonna be like it's like the serpent coming back, man. And the serpent is subtle, crafty, like and people are falling, like throughout history, even to this day, people still falling for cults, because people love cults of personality, man. So it's like he's gonna be very charismatic, gonna be very charming, gonna know like the dark sentences, man, to get people, man. So that's why we gotta believe, believe in the Most High House, the gospel, witness, testimony, all throughout the book in the new covenant, man. But but like you said, the beast's gonna do signs and wonders, man. So yeah, man, just like a woman is like with the gets mesmerized, and like with a man that has like with nice things, like see the car, see the status of that man. It's the same. Those are different from how the beast. That's why he kens us to a woman, man, because it's nothing no different than somebody that sees signs and wonders to believe. But that's just what it is. But that's why it says that, like, seek with the Most High Yahushua with the simplicity of it, man. And that simplicity is the average guy, man. That's why when Yahushua came and doing his ministry, man, he said he made him made himself no different than his brother, man. Like, he just he didn't even have a home, man. That was symbolic of him being like, and him and his sons and daughters being strangers, pilgrims of the earth, man. But he didn't have nowhere to a home, man. So because everybody wanted him to be a king like David or Solomon, but that wasn't the case. But let's get this wisdom, Psalm chapter 1 verse 1. It's the simplicity, man. It's the average guy, but a lot of times people don't like monotony, and like especially women, man, they don't like monotony. Not all, majority of them, not all, but they don't like monotony and simplicity, man. It has to be like every day. That's why he kens us to like a woman, man. Every day has to be like the Sydney Lauper song she made years ago. Girls just want to have fun, man. Hey, man, that's why he kens us to a woman, because that's why the word with people, man, it has to be so deep and fantastical and this and that, which it is very deep and complex, but it's really like Rakim said back in the day, simple ain't it, but quite clever, man. But this word is like simplicity of it of Yahushua, but it's still clever at the same time. But it's very deep. But the deepness and the complexities is in the simplicity, honestly. But that's just is what it is. But many people, they just want the signs and the miracles and signs and wonders and things of that nature. But let's get wisdom of Psalm chapter 1 verse 1. Love righteousness, ye be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart. Simplicity of heart, seek him. Exactly, man. So seek his face daily, man. Seek him now, as it says in Isaiah, 55, I believe. But let's get 2 Corinthians real quick, man. Second Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. It says, but I fear at least by any as see, going back to what the subtlety and the serpent, that's how the beast is gonna be son of perdition. That's how Pharaoh was gonna be. That's why I know it. That's why that's how Pharaoh was, honestly, too, because we was gonna talk about something else, but we're gonna get into that, man, because it says because even though it, we're gonna get into that because a few weeks ago, actually last week or something earlier this week, we was watching at the school I work at, we was watching Prince of Egypt, so and I was listening to that this morning, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, When You Believe, but really but with that, because we forget a lot of times too, the oppression that we face in Egypt, it was just more than physical. It was actually spiritual, man. And we're gonna tap into that after we get this, man, because I'm glad to just all praise to Most High Yahushua. But I fear, at least by any means, that as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds be corrupted as the simplicity that is in Christ, or in Mashiach, in Christ. So see that, so. And the serpent is going to come back, because doesn't Revelation say that old serpent, honestly? But it was really the spiritual, we was oppressed by the devil, in Egypt, man. That's why 2 Ezra 15 says, you'll be in Egypt. I'll bring plagues upon Egypt again, man. But let's grab this as well. Acts chapter 7 and verse 19, because it's talking about Pharaoh, man, right here. And the same dealt, because just like it's a recurrent. The scripture is the same motif, recurrent theme, man. Because just like the serpent was in the garden, it's it was a Pharaoh. Now it's gonna be a beast. It always comes back. Even with the Maccabees, I could kind of say no, there's another testimony or as per precursor to the serpent was the beast. I could just say well, this is more the beast was David, Goliath, honestly, he was that, because wasn't he speaking blasphemies about the Most High Yahushua and the armies, and another one was Sennacherib, blasphemy, and the beast is going to do the same type of thing, honestly, but that's another thing too. But here's another thing with the serpent. Let's get Acts chapter 7 verse 19. The same dealt with subtlety with our kindred, and evil entreated our fathers, so that they cast their young children to end they might not live. Exactly, man. So it said with subtlety, man. So that was a serpent again in Egypt, man, because the gods and stuff that we were worshiping, man, that they were pushing on us, man. Honestly, man, that's why it took us a long time, man, to with the Father, man, coming out of Egypt, man, because he knows, that's why he said that when he says that in Sirach, he'll walk by you with crooked ways. We can see that in the law honestly, with the when we came with our ancestors, our forefathers, when we came out of Egypt, man, because he knew overnight they weren't going to believe in me. I had to teach myself, I had to teach them about me, honestly. So he did that through Moses, man. But we bucked, we rebelled, honestly, and two made it. Just like Yahushua, same thing when he came on scene, when the Most High, himself, Yahushua came in the flesh, honestly. Now because we say that in the aspect of he's a living embodiment by the Most High, not saying he's the Father, but because that's what Yahushua came to do. He came to teach us about the Father, how he came in the volume of the book, and how to believe in them. But honestly, let's get this 2 Ezra chapter 15 real quick, man, because that's another thing too with that. But 2 Ezra 15 and 11, it says, "But I'll bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out." Or stretch our arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So see that? Yeah, man. So like, and that's what Egypt was about, being bondage, really just being bondage to sin, honestly, like, and that's what, like, we're in Egypt again, man. But now Yahushua came, now we can be free from sin and death, man. Like, you know, not be oppressed by the devil, man. So that's is what it is. But this all goes into how signs and wonders, man. How, like, just like women, a lot of times too, the gold digging women, honestly, like, those things, man, that's the same. It's no different from our people, like, when signs and wonders, man. But as it doesn't matter, man. Just, that is what it is. But also too, man, even the word says, like Ecclesiastes Sirach says, man, listen, even men aren't supposed to be like that either, man. Because you got Dwayne Martin that did that type of stuff, or Mary J. Blige's ex-husband, man. You're not supposed to be like, with a woman just for her luxuries or what she provides or the money as well. Actually, it's kind of worse when you do that, especially as men, honestly, because that's like the most high house I depend on us for something like that. Because honestly, listen, I don't really personally, because I was talking about this the other week with my mom and my brother. Honestly, I don't mind when women say, like, they want men to provide for everything. Because spiritually, like, now on a natural side, it's a little different, honestly. This on the natural side is different, but spiritually, because doesn't the Most High house look out everything, take care of everything? So yeah, but now in this modern time now, because don't get twisted, like Baruch 3:8 says, we're subject to in captivity and subject to payments in this economy, in this world now, man. Listen, like my brother said, honestly, my actual blood brother said, man, and in those situations like that, you gotta do what's best for y'all, honestly. Like, if it's 50-50, if it's splitting that, or if it's the man's gonna do it, or like, the woman, she don't mind handling that majority. Y'all gotta do what's best for y'all. This on the natural tip, honestly, because the way this world is, and like this economy is, honestly, is what it is. But spiritually, like, yeah, nothing wrong with the woman wanting that, man, because they're survivors by nature. But that's another story for another day, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. So much love to y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.